I've had diabetes for 11 years.
When I was 2 when I first got it, I felt very bad.
And it's hard having just the pump there all the time, having something attached to you.
One of my friends think it's bad because they don't have the pump and they have to get shots every day.
Hello, my name is Gordon Hartman, and I'm truly honored to be here with you tonight. The members of the 2005 Promise Ball Committee and I feel very privileged to have you as our guests and to have the opportunity to tell you about juvenile diabetes and how it affects our loved ones and millions of others around the world. During the next few minutes, we want to share with you some important facts about type 1 diabetes and personal stories from members of our community.
I'm an anesthesiologist and I take care of patients who have diabetes, and it literally takes your body apart, and we've got to find a cure.
I don't want to be like my mom's patients when I get older, but besides that, I just worry about each day as it comes.
She never gets a break. It's just 24 hours a day, every day. You just can't catch your breath with it.
So what is juvenile or type 1 diabetes? It is a disease where a person's immune system, most often a child's, attacks and permanently destroys the insulin-making cells in its own pancreas. Insulin is a hormone that enables your body to convert food to energy. Without insulin, one could not survive. So everyone who has type 1 diabetes is insulin dependent for life. This means daily insulin injections are insulin administered by a pump for life. But this is only part of the story. In order to inject the appropriate amounts of insulin, you must constantly be monitoring, assessing, and calculating blood sugar levels, food intake, exercise, stress, and a host of other variables. Many of these variables are not predictable, and many cannot be controlled. Blood sugar levels that run too high cause devastating damage to the body, including eye and kidney disease, heart disease, and nerve damage. Low blood sugars leave a person weak and disoriented and puts them at the risk of falling into a hypoglycemic coma unless they receive immediate medical attention.
The scariest part of having type 1 diabetes is probably the thought that one night I might go to sleep and I won't wake up the next day.
We struggle every day with Nicole's diabetes and worrying about the complications that she faces. Alice and I have to basically act as her pancreas and control her blood sugar manually through testing and manipulating her blood sugar by injecting insulin through her pump.
When my parents told me that my sugar can go really low and I can go into a coma, like, it really scares me when they tell me that.
One morning she ended up in convulsions and she went hypoglycemic, which is when your sugar is so low. And that was probably the scariest thing that we've been through. And we never want to go through that again.
These uncertainties and risk are part of every day and every night for a child with type 1 diabetes.
I'm playing hide. We're here playing.
There's a bunch of healthy children running around. They do everything that every other child does. They look outwardly healthy and normal. But the parents are sustaining the children's lives every single day. They have to receive insulin at each meal. Their blood has to be checked sometimes 6 to 10 times a day. You're literally keeping your child alive every day of the week.
It's a 24-hour a day issue that, we're up at night checking his blood sugar, that, he has lows that he's not aware of, and that it's a life-threatening situation on a daily basis.
Nothing can go unplanned. You have to think about it, you have to plan for it, and you have to come well equipped with whatever you're doing. So the idea of just picking up and running out of the house really isn't an option anymore.
I'm afraid, sometimes I'm going to get really, really low, then I'm going to pass out, or if I'm too high, then I'm going to have to go to the hospital. It's just it scares me that I might have to, something might happen.
It's very difficult, when you're a parent or a mom. And, it's always in the back of your mind, concerned about your child at school, and emotions and all the stuff that happens.
There's always the constant what if. What if she goes low in the middle of the night? What if she goes low at school? What if she gets too low and she exercises too much? It's always the what if.
The sad fact is he will never grow out of it. Until we find a cure, these kids will always have to monitor their blood sugars just to maintain their life.
Juvenile diabetes does not go away. It's easy to understand that for these children, mothers, and fathers, the only hope is a cure.
I think that we're really close to finding a cure because there's been a lot of new research lately, and I just think that with all the money and all the generous people that we will find a cure really soon.
I think the stem cells research that they're doing, I think it is a very good hypothesis of solving it.
We know that Jdrf is going to be this world's best shot at finding a cure because they are the ones that are directing the cutting-edge science that's going to lead to a cure for this disease.
Tonight, Jeff, Michelle, and I are excited to present to you a research project that we believe will bring us even closer to a cure.
For the past 30 years, Jdrf has been a catalyst and a funding source for most medical breakthroughs and treatment milestones concerning type 1 diabetes. Certainly, the most promising breakthrough in diabetes research is something many of you have heard about, islet cell transplantation. In fact, there are over 400 people walking around today that through islet cell transplants are insulin independent. Jdrf was a driving force in the development of islet cell transplantation and continues to support cutting-edge medical research involved in regenerating islet cells and procuring and producing islet cells for transplants. But if islet cell transplantation is ever going to be widely available to adults and our children with diabetes, it will be necessary to eliminate the need for the toxic immunosuppressant drugs that are required for these transplants to be tolerated by the human body. Tonight, we have an opportunity to support a program that is working to do just that.
Under the direction of Dr. Judy Thomas, the Jdrf Development Center for Immune Tolerance at the University of Alabama at Birmingham is pioneering research to eliminate the need for lifelong immunosuppressive drugs in islet cell transplantations. The center has been successful in doing this already with non-human primates, and now their focus is to translate this research breakthrough to islet cell transplants in humans. Tonight, with your Fund a Cure contributions, we will be able to directly support this very important research that we know will bring us one step closer to a cure for everyone with type 1 diabetes.
Just by being here tonight, you have touched more lives than you know. Michelle, Jeff, and I, and some of our very special friends, would like to thank you for your support from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you.
Thank you for everyone who finds a cure for diabetes.
Thank you for helping us find a cure.
One day. One day closer.
Closer to me. I'm tired and I'm weak. And every breath within me is longing just to be closer to you. And so I face the road ahead, 'cause I know there's no comparing to what's waiting at the end. So let the rain start falling where it will, and I will run through this valley just to climb to that hill. And if they ask why I'm smiling after all I've been through, it's 'cause I'm just a day closer, I'm just a day